Hi everyone. What I want to talk to you today about is presenting your pain to a doctor. This is a question that a friend recently asked me to provide my input for in preparation for an appointment he was having with his family doctor in 2 weeks' time. So I want to share this with other people who are getting started in their journey to bringing their pain under control. What I'm going to suggest you do is create a total of 4 charts. So I want to go over these with you and help you as best as possible. Chart number 1 is going to have several columns to it. The first column is for rating your pain on a scale of 1 to 10 every 12 hours. When I did this, I chose 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. because this was 3 hours after I took the long-lasting pain medication that was prescribed to me. It really spoke to that it wasn't effective in keeping my pain under control and that a higher dose was warranted. Now it's important that you base the pain number on you. That you don't think, well, my pain's only a little bit of what Ron experiences or someone in your own life. I want to make sure that you keep your pain numbers personal to you. Otherwise, it's going to take much longer to get your pain under control. Of course, 0 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain you've ever experienced. Secondly, I encourage for those of you who have some ability to walk to use a pedometer to keep track of the number of steps you take each day. So you could either use a pedometer app on your phone, and this is what I suggest because you could customize a quality app so it's sensitive to your mobility. The alternative option is a pedometer that's like what a doctor wears for a pager. That is something that goes on your jogging pants, that's all it does. Now that's what I use because I don't have a cell phone. I had to multiply the number by 3 to get an accurate representation of the steps I was taking each day. And that's because my gait is so small, like I don't take long steps, that the pedometer didn't always sense it. So I had to try to get an accurate number. If you have to multiply it by a certain number, make sure you do it consistently so you're giving a fair evaluation if you're improving, staying the same, or losing more of your mobility. The next column is answering the question, did you do your physiotherapy for that day? Yes or no? Now I understand some of you may not have been prescribed for daily physiotherapy. So it's whatever you've been told to do by your healthcare team. And then if you find that you're having struggles with this, you renegotiate this with your physiotherapist. It's important to note if you can do it or not. And then this helps give the doctor the idea of where you're going and a possible hope for recovery or not some people are just going to maintain a certain amount of mobility. That's all right if it's in your situation. It's more important that you're here on the planet and that you can feel the love of friends and family members caring for you. It doesn't matter as much about your mobility because that's a fact about you. If you can walk or not doesn't make you not someone that can be loved. The final column for this chart, number 1, is 1 or 2 sentences if you've done unusual physical activity for you. And this is very relevant to what's normal for you and what would be considered unnormal. It's to help the doctors get a full picture of your life, but only 1 or 2 sentences per day max, because otherwise you're going to overload your doctor with too much details, and the doctor's just not going to be able to help you effectively. Chart number 2 is for where you experience pain and what it feels like. So I'll give you an example from my own life. My chart would say right knee hyphen sharp stabbing pain. And then over the 2-week period where you keep track of this, you just add a check mark each time it happens. Then the day before you go to your doctor, you can organize this from what's occurring the most to what's happening the least. And again, it'll help build a picture of what's wrong, and it will even help your physiotherapist tweak what exercises you might be able to do. The next chart is for medication that you use. It's really important, the dose, the medication, and the time. Also, if you cheat and use someone else's medication or medication that you weren't prescribed, you also include it. If you're not honest with your doctor, he or she's not going to be able to help you effectively. So I encourage you to act with integrity when completing this. The final chart, number 4, is keeping track of things that pain stopped you from doing. A few examples might be, I took today off work, I couldn't make it to church today, I wasn't able to go out with friends, but simple point form sentences for how it's impacting you. And again, you only want to limit this to 1 page. Otherwise, it's too much and it's not helpful. So you're looking for the big ticket items that pain kept you from doing. My final suggestion concerning this is that you type out this information the day before your appointment. Your doctor may choose to scan this into your patient chart for future reference. And it's a perfectly reasonable request. Part of dealing with pain is a partnership between your doctor and yourself. You need to be willing to have an ongoing dialogue about how pain's affecting you and if the medication is being effective and successful. Your doctor's partnership in this is treating you with respect and being willing to listen. I often make my appointments at the end of the day, especially if I need a little bit more time. If the appointment time that I think I need is going to be 20 minutes, then I tell this to the secretary when I book it. If I need a bit more time, then I ask to be the last patient so I can sit down and talk. pain control is a conversation that doesn't really end. I have my ups and downs with pain. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. And it's important you keep working at it so you're not overprescribed or underprescribed, and your pain is, as best as possible, controlled. I know it's hard. I know pain's debilitating and sucks up energy faster than you could ever have used it running a marathon. Stick with it. It is worth it in the long run, even if it feels really bad or makes you feel vulnerable. If you have any other general questions, I'm glad to try to answer. This video is for the community as well. I encourage others to respond, not giving medical advice, but support and helping contribute to what's effective in the dialogue. I wish you all the best with this. Stick with it. It will work out for you, one day at a time. Thanks for your time today. Bye for now.